If you've been scrolling through endless rows of sewing machines, reading specs that sound the same, and still feel stuck on which one actually delivers for the projects you care about, this review is here to cut through the noise. I've spent the past few weeks setting up a small home studio, testing a handful of mid-range industrial machines, and talking to a few boutique seamstresses about what matters when the fabric is thick, the layers are many, and the deadline is tight. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Consew 146RB sits in a sweet spot that most hobbyist forums call industrial enough without being a full-blown factory floor beast. It's a single-needle, walking-foot zigzag machine that comes with its own table, already assembled, and a built-in motor. The walking foot is the real workhorse here. It feeds the material while the needle is stitching, which means you won't be fighting puckering when you're quilting a 12 by 12 quilt top or stitching a leather strap onto a bag. In my tests, a thick denim pair of jeans went through without the fabric bunching up, something a basic domestic machine would struggle with. Who should consider buying this? If you're a serious hobbyist who regularly makes home decor items, custom clothing, or small batch accessories, the 146RB gives you the durability you need without the price tag of a full industrial line. It's also a solid entry point for a fledgling home-based tailoring business that needs consistent stitch quality on a variety of fabrics, from stretchy jersey to heavyweight canvas. The built-in motor eliminates the need for an external foot pedal setup, which saves floor space and reduces the cable clutter that can be a nuisance in a cramped sewing nook. On the flip side, if you're just learning to sew, or you mainly work with lightweight cotton patterns and occasional repairs, you'll likely find the 146RB overkill. The machine lacks the computerized stitch library, LCD screen, and automatic needle threader that many entry-level machines boast. Those features might not matter to a seasoned sewer, but for a beginner they can be a big confidence boost. Also, the weight of the unit, it's built like a mini industrial press, means you'll need a sturdy workbench or dedicated space. Moving it around a cramped apartment will be a chore. The practical strengths start with the motor. It runs at a steady 1,200 revolutions per minute, which translates to smooth operation on long seams. During a test stitching a 4-meter length of twill, the motor never stalled, even when I cranked up the speed to a brisk pace. That reliability is what you want when you're producing a run of t-shirts for a pop-up shop. You can set the machine, let it run, and trust that it won't hiccup halfway through. The table that comes with the 146RB is another win. It's a solid, steel frame surface with a generous work area, so you can lay out large pattern pieces without constantly readjusting the fabric. I found it especially handy when assembling a multi-ganel garment. The table kept everything aligned, and the built-in seam guide helped maintain straight stitching. Now for the trade-offs. Because the machine is single needle, you're limited to one thread color at a time. No decorative top stitches or built-in buttonholes that some modern machines offer. If you need a buttonhole, you'll have to buy a separate attachment or hand sew it. The stitch selector is straightforward, offering basic straight and zigzag options plus a few variations, but it doesn't give you the 100+ built-in designs you might see on a computerized model. For many professionals, that's a non-issue because they rely on their own patterns and don't need decorative stitches, but it's a point to note if you enjoy adding flair with built-in designs. Another subtle downside is the noise level. Industrial-style motors are powerful, and the 146RB is no exception. It's louder than a domestic machine, which could be a factor if you share a workspace or have thin walls. I mitigated it with a simple rubber mat under the machine, but it's still something to consider. The machine also lacks an automatic needle threader, which means you'll be doing the manual threading every time you change needles. If you swap needles often for different fabrics, that extra step can add up. From a value perspective, the Consew brand has a reputation for durability that lasts well beyond the warranty period. The 146RB's price point sits roughly in the mid-range for industrial-style machines, but you're getting a motor, walking foot, and a solid table all in one package. For someone who would otherwise have to purchase a separate walking foot attachment and a dedicated work table, the bundled setup saves both money and installation time. In the 90 rating sample on Amazon, Users have averaged a 4.1 out of 5, suggesting that most owners find it meets expectations for everyday heavy-duty sewing without major surprises. If you're weighing this against a fully computerized domestic machine, think about the core of your work. Do you need a machine that can handle layers of fleece, leather, and multiple fabric pieces without dragging? Do you want a sturdy platform that will